It is arguably the game of the year of the NFL season. It is coming up on Sunday, 3:25 kick in Buffalo. Chiefs and Bills here to preview the game. Kendall Gammon, our Chiefs insider, former player, brought to you by Xfinity. Sports are unpredictable. The price of your internet should not be. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One consistent internet price for 5 years. No annual contracts guaranteed. All right, Kendall, when you're getting up for a game of this magnitude, and obviously it's going to play a huge role in the standings in the AFC for the rest of the year, how do you balance the importance with also understanding the old cliche of it's only one game?
Well, I think that is the old cliche, and I would say that both coaches are saying the same thing, which is it is just one game. But you're right, and both teams, the Bills and the Chiefs, find themselves in different waters in terms of not being on top of the division like they normally are. Of course, Buffalo is looking at New England, and they're at 6-2. And of course, we're actually third, by a tiebreaker, but behind the Chargers and Denver. So it's really it's not a hard game to concentrate, I don't think, on, because there's so much going on with it. And it's a tough one for the Chiefs, because we talked about it last week. Was big win last week, but also we're on a short week and we're traveling, so it's a big one. There's no doubt.
All right. So, what is the thing that you think the Chiefs should be most optimistic about going into this game in terms of something they can exploit against Buffalo?
You know what? Really, Buffalo's lost 2 of their last 3. I know they had a big win last week, but 2 before that. And after talking to some folks in Buffalo in the last couple of days, Josh Allen isn't throwing the ball like he has been in the past. I mean, he's still doing well, and obviously they've got a nice record. But there's something with the pass game that's a little bit off right now. They can't really put their finger on it. Obviously he can run. It's a big guy at 6'5", 240 pounds. But that's the big thing, is they just don't feel like the receiving for Buffalo is what it used to be, and probably more importantly, what it needs to be. So that's something that they're a little bit intimidated by.
Okay, so that's an interesting potential angle of this game then. If the Chiefs can lock down, which is something they haven't traditionally done, at least slow down, maybe not lock down, Josh Allen and that offense, that opens things up on the other side. I mean, this is not going to be then maybe that typical Mahomes-Allen shootout as you see it right now.
No, I don't think it will. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that that offense of Buffalo is stale and can't score, because when you look at James Cook and just what he did last week, I think he averaged over 11 yards a carry and had 200 and something yards. He's phenomenal. I think he's the second leading rusher in the league and probably playing the best. So they do have some things going on, but right now, I think if you can make them one-dimensional, that always bodes well for things.
All right. Now, on the other side, this offense has been humming. Rashee Rice back, obviously, has changed this offense for the better, but no Pacheco this weekend. So what impact do you see that having on the game, if any?
It will have some impact because you don't have as much depth there, obviously. But I think you'll just see more of Rashard Smith. I think you're going to see the swing passes come into it. It's interesting. We talked a couple weeks ago where he had the most touches other than Patrick Mahomes from line of scrimmage. Then last week, for whatever reason, didn't really see the ball much. But he's going to have no choice but to be in there quite a bit more this week. And then, other than that, I think they'll be fine. I think the big part of it is the offensive line is playing well. They're still without their left tackle and Josh Simmons, but I forget where we're at with Trey, but in either fashion, the offensive line is playing well, and I think really everything stems from that, in my estimation.
All right. So then this game, what do you see in terms of how this thing's going to play out on Sunday afternoon in Buffalo?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the defenses and how they play, and I think our defense is playing as well as anybody in the league right now, obviously 7 points in the last 2 games. So I think that's a big part of it. I do think it's a lot of people have been saying it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't know if I see that, but I'm thinking like a 27-26, so I guess technically that is high-scoring. But I think this is a game that is close. I mean, I think the spread is only 1.5 somewhere. You may have it. But so it's essentially almost a pick-'em game. But I don't know. I just think the way the Chiefs are playing on all sides of the ball will be the difference.
All right. Well, yeah, it's a 2-point spread the last I checked here.
Okay.
Chiefs are favored by 2. So give me is 27-26 good guys the official prediction, or do you want to tweak it there, Kendall?
No, I'm just staying with that. That's what I've gone with all week. I mean, I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth because I don't know. It's kind of funny. I don't feel like 27 points is a high-scoring game for the Chiefs, and that's what I've gotten used to is high scoring for them is getting well over 30. But I think it's going to be a close game. That's what it's been the last several times. And probably another message is to both teams is, it's not about now, though. It's about getting into the playoffs and how they play then. I know that's what Buffalo's been preaching for the last several years, and obviously they can't get past the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah. All right. So that's you're walking that tightrope, man. Chiefs winning, and I guess Buffalo +2 is the pick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right. So 3 games coming up: at Buffalo, at Denver, against the Colts. I mean, these are 3 of the best teams right now. Not division leaders, but 3 of the best teams in the AFC. How do you get through this 3-week stretch and call it a success? Is it 3-0? Is it 2-1? What do you think it is?
Well, I think success. 2-1 is success, certainly, but I think they expect 3-0, and I think they can. Looking at the season coming in, you wouldn't have expected to be asking this type of question because of the other 2 teams we just talked about, but Denver is obviously for real, and man, Indianapolis, I look forward to talking about them because that's just really been a Cinderella story. But I think they're in a position to win both of them, but they're going to be tough games. There's no doubt about it. But, you have to win this one, and then you really want to win this one because then you're going into a bye week, and you don't want to sit there for 2 weeks, just dealing with the loss.
That's a great point. That's a great point. All right, Kendall, good stuff. We'll talk to you on Monday, hopefully after a win.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right, Kendall Gammon on KCMO Talk Radio 95.7 FM. You fellas got scores for me in there?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mark. You go first. You're excited. Give me a rundown.
I think the Chiefs will win the game. I think they're going to cover. I think it's going to be – I just don't think the Bills' defense is very good this year. So I'm going to go Chiefs 34, Bills 24.
All right. John?
Tough one for me. That's kind of pick 'em. I'll go with my heart and say Chiefs win by 3, so let's go 37-34.
Ooh, high scoring.
Yeah, that's high scoring.
All right, there you go. I'm with you guys. I think it's going to be a more comfortable margin. I'll split the difference there. I'll say Chiefs by a touchdown, and I'll go Chiefs 31, Bills 24. So that would also cover the 2-point spread. I love Kendall's pick, though. Chiefs win, Bills cover on a 2-point spread.
Oh, that would be so nerve-wracking. I'd hate it.
That's wild, man. That's wild, but that's great from Kendall.